We have made it to Utah. I am in Vernal, Utah, at Hotel Walmart, as they say. We left this morning, or this afternoon. Worked at Beard and Braid and Steamboat for one last time. And yeah, the drive was just gorgeous, literally gorgeous, because the whole trip, everything was just covered in this really soft snow. I mean, soft as in like texture visually wise, rather than I didn't actually touch it. But I had some beautiful drone shots. I haven't even looked at them, and I know they're amazing. So anyway, listen to some podcast videos. There was one thing that I wanted to share from that, but now I don't remember. Obviously, it wasn't that impactful. When I got here, I went to Anytime Fitness. My hair is still a little bit wet from showering. And I decided, because I was working at Beard and Braid this morning and driving all day, that I was like, I need to walk. I just need to walk. So walked off dinner on the treadmill, and I did something different this time. I watched a little bit of YouTube, which is what I typically do on the treadmill. But then I brought my Kindle and I started reading. And so that was productive. The half an hour flew by super quick. And I started reading Goals by Tracey. And dude, this book is like jam-packed with stuff. And the last two chapters that I was just reading were on your belief systems, as well as your vision for your future. And all the while reading a chapter on belief and the power of belief, I was just like, this idea just keeps coming back. It is the same idea that was the foundation of my consistency guide video. And like the number of times this has come up, I was like, part of me is like, yeah, I did the right thing. I made the guide, and I created the system and whatever. But the other part of me is like, I'm not satisfied yet. Maybe not yet, but like, I'm not satisfied, period. Like, there's more. I have more beliefs that I need to break. And there's more, like, to an extent, I am living the life that I want to be living, but there's still a missing piece. And so it's like, this idea of your past has gotten you to wherever your present is. Your whatever you believed in the past and decisions that you made resulted in where you are today. And so there's still, I can still identify these limiting beliefs that keep coming up. A lot of them, well, one of the big ones that I'm wrestling with is, I think, the fear of selling. I think it's more the fear of asking for money. And the second one that I'm wrestling with is this vision, this desire for fulfillment. I keep trying to like pick at it. I'm like, because I feel like there are some people who are very focused on, let's say, like just business and making money and building wealth. rather than pursuing like passions and interests and maybe purpose. And I feel more like I'm following this, like I want meaning, I want fulfillment, I want, you know, passion and purpose. And from that, I will figure out how to make it financially sustainable. Maybe that's an okay path, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like this is just another limiting belief that's like, oh, you know, I want to feel happy about, I want to feel good about the difference that I'm making in the world, rather than like, let's make money first and like, let's build create my future life, my dream life. And then let's like figure out the rest of these pieces. So anyway, selling and fulfillment, still working through those. I'll end on this. I thought this was really interesting, and it seems very obvious. I read this statement in the chapter about belief. It's a very obvious idea, but for some reason it just hit me. And that was, he said that the good thing about your beliefs is that they are all learned. Like you came into this world with no prior beliefs. And so all of the beliefs that you have are learned, which means that you can unlearn them. Maybe some that are like more deeply rooted will take more time to unlearn them. But I was like, why didn't I think about that? Or just like the way he phrased it or whatever, just made it click for me. And so I was like, damn. So you're saying that it's very possible that this belief about needing fulfillment and needing, you know, happiness and positive interactions, that kind of thing, is potentially just a learned belief. And so then the question is, where did that come from? And the other question is, can I unlearn it? Would that help me get to my dream life potentially faster? So, oh man. The other thing, I lied. One last thing. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I'll leave it on a cliffhanger. I'll see you tomorrow.